The land rises to meet our feet. Welcome back, everyone. We are at the Middle Harbor, and all around us, the work continues to build the terminal, and one of the biggest jobs is bringing in landfill material to build the wharf. Once again, with us is Tom Baldwin, the Senior Program Manager here at the Port of Long Beach. So where do you get all this landfill material?
Most of the landfill material is generated here on the site. As you can see in the background here, we're borrowing material from the slip by dredging the slip and making it deeper and taking that material and placing it upland to create the new land.
So how do you get all of that from the bottom to where it needs to go?
Behind us, what you see is a hydraulic dredge operation. Manson is the contractor, and what this equipment does is it sucks the material from the bottom of the seafloor and pumps it through this pipeline and discharges it on the other side of the retaining dike to create the new land.
Must be some serious suction pumps on the end of those pipes. Using dredge sediments to create new land is a great example of sustainable construction. Our next story gives us a closer look at many other sustainable practices at the port. Building the Port of the Future here in Long Beach started more than 100 years ago. But the ethic that guides our development and day-to-day operations has changed significantly since 2005, when we adopted our Green Port policy. Today, a different type of thinking, one that includes taking into account the social, economic, and environmental impacts of our choices, drives all our decisions. And the result? Innovative solutions that are based on using recyclable materials, conserving energy, saving water, improving the health of our community, and creating jobs. Dredging is a routine operation at the port to keep our channels and waterways clear and safe for the 5,000 plus vessels that call here every year. Now, instead of being disposed of in upland sites, sediments, which are contaminated from years of oil and industrial operations, are sustainably managed to create new land.
We like to use these fill opportunities as times when we can take contaminated sediments out of the environment and place them in these fills where they're protected and they're isolated from the rest of the environment, and it's the preferred way for managing contaminated sediments.
As our newest terminal, the Middle Harbor Redevelopment Project merges two old, inefficient terminals into one modern, sustainable facility. We are making sure it will not only be the most technologically advanced and efficient cargo handling facility, but also the greenest.
In the past, maybe 20% of the port operations were electrified. Now we're looking at 95% of the port operations being electrified, and it will produce a significant difference in reducing emissions.
As Pier G has modernized to accommodate more clean rail and newer yard technologies, all the old administrative and maintenance buildings have been replaced with Gold LEED certified structures that feature state-of-the-art energy and water-saving measures, including the use of natural lighting, low-flow water fixtures, and a people-friendly, healthful indoor environment.
So it pays off many ways by the environment as well as in the productivity of the employees.
A few yards away, the port's new maintenance facility, when finished, will not only be energy efficient, but also generate 375 kilowatts, making it one of the largest sources of energy within the city of Long Beach. These buildings and all others the port will build are part of our aggressive green building program that applies the latest in LEED green building strategies to industrial buildings in unusual and innovative ways. But our focus is not just on construction of sustainable infrastructure. It's also about creating programs with all our partners to reduce emissions and associated impacts. Trucks, trains, ships, yard equipment. All is being transformed, replacing dirty burning diesel fuel with cleaner fuels and electricity. The landmark Clean Trucks program has cut emissions from trucks by 90%, while pollution from trains has been reduced by 70%. More reductions will come as ships plug into shore power.
We want our customers to be more competitive, so they stay here. There's going to be benefits to everyone because of sustainability, because we'll be using fewer resources, so they'll be available to the next generations.
While our goal is to become the world's first zero-emission port, we understand our development impacts our local community. That's why the port has contributed over $15 million to the Community Mitigation Grants Program, which has funded the creation of new wildlife habitats, parks, the deployment of a mobile asthma clinic, and more.
With the Mitigation Grants Program, we went out into the community and we looked for opportunities where we could implement projects with the community to reduce exposures to air pollution, exposures to noise, and reduce greenhouse gases.
Here at the Port of Long Beach, sustainability is no longer a concept, but a motto we put into action every day as we build the port of the future. A port that is not only a place for business, but a committed partner to the well-being of our entire community. After the break, we'll see how an old resource is being moved to make way for a replacement for the aging Gerald Desmond Bridge.